Clap.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we found.
Where's the caveman?
So, I mean, long story cut short, my CrossFit gym actually had to change locations. It used to be at Tai Seng, but they moved to like Pasir Panjang, which is like
Oh my.
super far from me.
Nah.
Shout out to CrossFit Hub. If anybody wants to go, they are at Bukit Panjang now. It's quite.
It's still very far.
It's still very far, but they have like a really nice gym.
Okay.
I still like kind of keep in contact with people there and stuff. So I
Right.
made a lot of good friends from that box. But yeah, because the gym was moving, so I kind of just posted on my Instagram and I was like, hey, anyone wants to like recommend weightlifting gyms to me?
Oh, wow.
I'll go and check it out, or like someone please recommend like a new CrossFit box that's like near this area or something like that. Yeah. Reason why I said like weightlifting gym was because again at that point of time, everything just happened at once, right? Like my CrossFit box was moving, and simultaneously I was already thinking to myself that I should probably really spend like a period of time just getting good at weightlifting so that I can improve my CrossFit as like overall. You know, because as your CrossFit, like your weightlifting skill goes up, like the more efficient you can move the barbell, then the better you are at the whole CrossFit thing.
So your goal was still being good at CrossFit.
Yeah.
Even now.
No.
Now no. Now no.
So basically, at the point in time when everything happened, it's basically your time for a change, right? Because you say you like to change stuff.
Yeah.
Because you've been around like 2 years to try like CrossFit. So like the license is up
The
already.
license is up.
I didn't renew my subscription to this sport.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was really fun, and like I said, I made a lot of like good friends there. But I think the inner like competitive person in me just wanted to like find something that I could actually just focus on and build a skill set in and be good and pursue that. Yeah. So yeah, someone reached out to me, invited me to the gym. I was training there for a while. This is the Lions Den. So it was my previous gym. Yeah, so I did a trial there, and Ryan, who is the coach there, was like, I think you've got a talent for weightlifting. Why not you like join the weightlifting club? And then I was, at first when I heard that, I was like, like competitively, I don't want. I just want to like improve my skill set and then like go back to CrossFit. You know, that was my mindset. I was like, I'll do this for a year at most. I'm not
And
gonna
go home.
then after that, I like go home to my comfortable CrossFit box where I have people who I know, and then I'm not competing anymore, right? But yeah, I don't know. I did my first competition, I think 9 months into weightlifting.
Wow, that's very recent Like 9 months in, after you go compete already.
Yeah.
Wow.
My first competition I think was like 9 months in,
Wow.
or like 8 months or something like that. Like super
That's
short.
crazy.
How was it?
It was okay. Like I think my first competition, like my coach was probably more stressed out than I was. He was thinking about all my numbers that I should hit and stuff, and then I was just like, I'm just here for a good time.
No wonder the coach stressed.
Like, it's my first competition. I don't really care. I just don't want to bomb out. You know, like put something on the platform for both of my lifts, and I'll be happy. Leave the place with a total, I'll be fine. Like, I'm not thinking about podium. I'm not thinking about what national record. Nothing is in my mind.
It's
I'm
just
like,
the opposite of you
I'm here for the experience. And then
Yeah, actually.
my coach is like, yeah. So I think my first competition was really good because I didn't put that kind of pressure on myself. So I was actually just able to really just enjoy myself and see what it's like to compete in Singapore. And see all the other competitors. It's like super cool. Like really like tiny like U55 size girls like outlifting me, and I was like, that's so cool. And then I was like, I should be lifting more. And I was like, then that's when I started to get a lot more competitive, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna work really hard. Yeah. So after that, then it was like, I'm not gonna go back to CrossFit. I'm gonna try and do more and see where this goes. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So basically your ego cut in and then like, I must be better.
I must at least, I was like more of like I must be better than what I am doing like now. You know, I'm not the type of person who really like compares myself with other people and like puts myself up against like other girls and then like does the whole like comparison thing. I feel like that's a very tiring way to go about your sport. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of instances and I've experienced it before being in sports. For that period of time that, some people they really get very competitive and they really psych themselves out. Just looking at other people and not focusing enough on themselves in training. So yeah, to me it's more of like, if someone who is like U55 can lift that kind of weight, right, then I should be doing a lot better. And then I'm like, I want to do more for myself. Yeah.
Okay. Just now you said weightlifting got two lifts. What are the two lifts?
So there's the snatch and then there's the clean and jerk.
Okay, so what is the snatch?
Yeah.
What's the clean and jerk?
Oh, how do I explain what is a snatch?
You can demo.
Try to describe what is a snatch.
I feel like we should Google the definition and I should read it out.
No, try to define snatch in
In your own words.
less than 10 words.
Or less than 10 words.
Wow, less than 10 was one of those
Try.
things. Gerald is very good at this. Like Caveman talk. Wide grip. It's wide grip one. Wide grip overhead. Wide grip overhead squat.
Wide grip overhead squat. Okay, do you get it? Do you get the idea?
Yes.
Okay, my one is
Visualize.
throwing weight over your head
Throwing it overhead.
without bending your arms.
Oh, sorry. Wide grip overhead squat with barbell.
I think yours make more, yeah.
Throwing weight over your
Yeah.
head.
What weight and then throw overhead and let it go? Like what do you mean?
I don't usually throw it like this, but then like it can also be like
It looks like a lame to a layman.
Okay.
What? How about clean and jerk?
Yeah.
The other one harder. The other one is. Okay, I got already. Put barbell on your shoulder. No, put barbell on shoulder, then over your head.
Deadlift high, catch in front squat, jerk overhead.
That one actually,
Yeah,
that one more
yeah.
technical, but
Yes.
I get a picture. Yes, correct. Okay.
correct, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yours for everybody. This is all the techniques you must
Yeah,
have
yeah.
in order to complete the
Yeah.
or complete the
But
lift.
the clean is not a deadlift. Don't say that I said that because that is very wrong.
Okay.
That time when you did the one kind of first weightlifting trial,
Oh, yeah. So-
with me.
Funny story. I actually did I tried weightlifting once with her. She was my coach one time, and it was very, very, very hard. Wow.
What is hard about it? Like
I
compared
think-
to what you're doing normally.
Yeah, it's crazy because like I can't even put 50 kilos above my head with the weightlifting.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, or at most is 50 kilos.
50 kg. Why?
If you consider that I can press 80 and then this one I can't even do 50, right? It's super hard.
So
It's-
like which part do you fail at? Like which part is like
I
First
feel,
pull.
yeah, it's like very technical, Like there's a first pull, then you must like jump with the weight. I don't know what nonsense. I forget already.
also
lah.
basically like you can lift it up, but you just can't bring it up.
It's
to your
like the
shoulder,
technique.
is it?
It's
The technique.
a lot of like
Mm.
you must hit a specific point, right?
Mm.
Then at a specific point, then you must do something else already. Like it must hit a
Oh.
specific like that hit that like level, right? Or like after you must explode already,
Oh.
which is I cannot get it right.
So basically what I'm hearing is you weak lah.
Okay.
We're
Yeah.
just kidding, but
So-
yeah, it's really
so
technical.
that's why I respect weightlifters a lot because there's a lot of technique when it comes to it. It's a very technical movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really not. I mean, a big component of weightlifting is strength, lah. Because if you don't have the strength, you simply just can't hold those positions.
Yeah. No,
But-
I thought it's the mobility also.
Well, your mobility is not really that bad. It's alright.
I mean, why?
There are a lot of weightlifters. You talk about fun rack as well, right? You hold
Yeah.
the weight on your fingertips, so you don't have to full grip it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is your personal best for both
For
snatch
both, like in training or in competition.
and just in training lah. Usually in training is a better, right? Then,
Yeah. I mean,
right.
so for me, within these 2 years, right, I actually did have a period of time whereby I had a injury, but coming back from that,
Wait,
that's
speaking of
when-
injury, right?
yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, but injury. So do you stop or like what happened? Cause every time got injury, right? I want to ask like what they do. Cause every time.
Okay.
Cause all the guests right that have injury, then we ask them what they do, and then they give us very
No, maybe
interesting
because because all the guests we had so far are all guys. Then it's always like the masculine ego, you know. Injured, I don't want to go doctor. Just stay at home.
Overtrain, out, like the ego lift.
Yeah.
then
So
you get injured.
see the female perspective.
Yes.
For me, this is my perspective of why I got injured. I think my coach at that point of time probably has a different take on this. Okay, injuries sound very serious. It was more of like something that like put me out for a period of time lah. It's not really like an injury whereby I broke something or whatever.
Strain.
Yeah, I mean my quads were so tight that they were pulling on a nerve that went down to my calf. So every time I squat, right, the nerve will be like being yanked at. So I couldn't squat.
That sounds.
It's not that bad, guys.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's the nerve kena here. I imagine like that won't feel good. That doesn't
But
sound
it's very
good.
lame lah. Because after that I went to see somebody, right, and then the person was like, they just like, you know the scraping, the thing like they
Oh
do?
yeah.
So he just scraped my leg, and then after that got me to like do some like quad stretches, and then I just do that from now onwards, and I never got that pain ever again. You get what I mean? So it's literally just because my quad was so tight. Yeah. So that was one of those things. And then the second thing that I got, which I'm still kind of like on and off, it gets flared up, is my wrist. So my wrist, because when you clean, sometimes if you don't time the clean properly, the bar is quite high, and then you're already at the bottom position to catch the clean. So by the time the bar like reaches you, it kind of crashes on you.
Yeah.
So when it crashes on you, and even though you're in that high like front rack position with your elbows up, sometimes the bar does crash on like your fingers, which then like puts strain on your wrist.
Oh.
Yeah. Not sure whether that like makes visual sense to the people listening on podcast, but yeah.
Get it.
Yeah, so it's actually quite common for weightlifters to have some kind of like a wrist.
It sounds like a very
injury.
dangerous sport.
No, if right, you're supposed to time it properly so you don't encounter this anymore. And also, ever since like that whole period of time whereby I had to take a bit of a, not really like a break, it was more of like I just had to shift my training around to do like work on different things that didn't like aggravate the pain.
So it's still continued.
Yeah, I still trained. I mean,
But did you go see a doctor?
no, because I didn't have to.
Huh?
Like, so the nerve thing, right? I went to see somebody to go and like help me do the scraping. Then it was okay already. So there's no need to see a doctor, right? And then the wrist thing also, it's just inflammation. So same. You just rest it.
Okay.
So I just didn't do things to aggravate the
So
pain.
how will you rate this one?
Huh?
Pass.
At least right, she's able to diagnose the problem, and she actually go and fix it, I guess. Yeah, it sounds like she knows where exactly the cause is.
I can just say one more thing. I won't train with the pain. I think a lot of people, they choose to ignore the pain and just continue training, right? And then it becomes significantly worse. I don't think that's like the wise thing to do. I think the moment you feel like the pain is getting like very persistent, and it's especially if it's like a sharp pain, you need to stop and evaluate like your movement and see whether or not it can still be done, or whether you've actually like hurt yourself severely and you should take a break. Yeah, so again, I think like this comes with a lot of experience, like doing sports, or like being carefully, like training carefully under like a coach and all that. Somebody should be able to guide you through that and not allow you to just continue training with pain. Yeah.